I thought, he put in a great shift, and what we needed to do today was get him in front of the goal and give him opportunities because it wasn't about possession. We were scrapping through a lot of that game, and so it was about his opportunities, and he took them well, and like the goal scorer that he is. The third one is just a decent action that gets us released on the outside. Really, a lot of credit goes to Victor's hard run to the near post because he got a lot of attention going that way and almost gets on the end of the ball, which I think disrupts the defender who's trying to clear it, deflects off of him. And Javi, like a smart forward, if he sees a guy running hard to the near post, you get to the back post and see if you can clean up something. And sure enough, he was there to do so. He was clever about his movements throughout the day. Again, it was a day of opportunistic actions more than it was anything else. And he gave us a good shift on the defensive side just to help us when we needed it.
And are you seeing in practice? You seen the chemistry with him and the other guys sort of coming together the way you want to see it?
Yeah, I mean today is. Oh, there we are. Okay. We there? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got you, Greg.
Today it wasn't a day necessarily of connections as it relates to, again, possession or anything like that. But again, how his movement in the final action, I thought the second goal was spectacular with Victor being able to find some space on the outside. And again, Ethan's run, drawing a center back out of the middle, and Victor gets on that kind of that half turn facing forward and finds Javier splitting the center backs with a run and picks him out. Great first touch, good finish. That was a special goal as well. The first goal, again, is a kind of an opportunistic one as Ethan gets through and he's driving towards the goal, just sheer commitment to get to the back post and good on Ethan to try to hit the shot towards the back post, because if the keeper tips it or he mishits it, it gives Javier a chance, and he was able to get on it. So again, smart forward work, smart forward running, and is the chemistry coming? For sure it's coming. Today was a hard day to gauge that. We knew that was going to be the case. We needed to do what we needed to do today to get points.
Thanks, Damien. We'll go next to Dylan Hernandez with the LA Times. Dylan, go ahead.
Hey, Greg. You kind of mentioned, the kind of the scrappiness of the game, and even earlier this week, you kind of referred to that. What were you guys trying to do, I guess, to, work around what New York threw at you guys defensively?
Yeah, I mean, we would have liked to have had the ball more and played through some of it more. I think, one of our challenges in the first half was candidly, the field was very dry and we were hitting passes that weren't getting to each other. We weren't hitting them hard enough. And against a team that presses as quickly as they press, if you lose time when the ball's traveling from one guy to the next because we're not hitting the ball through the grass is a little bit dry, then you lose time and you get pressed and things start to get really difficult. And so, I think a little bit of our balance between trying to turn them and trying to find the moments to play. Again, we're kind of, as a group, we're relatively new to this concept, and today we were put on the clock a lot in terms of just the pressure. And so, again, it wasn't always perfect. We wanted to play through them a little bit more, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to get 3 points, especially when you're in the beginning phase of establishing a new style of play, a new system, new things like that. When everything's there, you just got to do what you got to do today, and that's kind of what we had to do.
Thanks. We'll go next to Katia Castorena with ESPN. Katia, go ahead.
Thanks, Chris. Hi, Greg. I wanted to see if you have an update on Jonas' injury or what he felt when he had to leave the field. And also, Chicharito, I don't know if it was just that he cramped up when he came off the field.
Yeah, I think Jonah was cramping. I think he it's something that we're working with him through to just try to get better solutions. He's been cramping the last couple of games, or last few games even down in Arizona. So trying to find the right solutions through various means. Javier was kind of getting there as well, I think. And so we got them off in favor of just trying to get, at that point, was trying to secure the win with the 3-2 lead. And so getting some guys out there with some fresh legs to try to get pressure to the ball, to try to break out in transitions, that became the decision there at the end.
Okay.
We'll go next to Nikki Kay with Spectrum Sportsnet. Nikki, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Last week you used the word courageous when you were talking to your guys about the win. I just wanted to know, this second half wasn't as pretty as you may have liked it, but what was your message to the team after today?
Very similar, to be honest. It wasn't about style of play. It wasn't about vision in terms of what we ultimately want to look like, but sometimes that's the case against a Red Bull team. Sometimes that's the case just on a day when things aren't clicking the way you want, whatever the reason. Today was execution. We executed better than they did when it came down to what matters, which is having more goals than them. And we executed better in terms of protecting our ultimate lead, which was the 3-2-1 down the stretch. I would have liked to finish at least 3-1, but the guys did, everybody did what they had to do. And guys were still a little bit tired down the stretch, but kept fighting to get out and try to get pressure, recovering second balls, doing little things to try to preserve the win. And so, again, it's another character victory. And sometimes you got to get those, and culture victory. You got to get those when you're starting to establish something. And it continues to add more belief, more character to the group. The culture starts to set in a little bit more. On the tough days when you can win games, then you're a better shot when you have your good days too, because you just have that baseline work rate to get you through the tough days.
And can you just talk a little bit about what Jorge Villafana is doing when he makes those winning plays to set up your guys' attack and how that really contributes to this team's offense?
Yeah, I thought Jorge was outstanding today for a number of different reasons. I mean, just his ability to adapt within the game to different things that are coming his way, whether it be defensively or the positions he'll take up on the offensive side. The amount of times he was able to just kind of wiggle out of pressure, again, when guys were coming at him and it was 1-2 guys, and he was able to win himself a little bit of time, get the ball off of that side to somebody who could then get us out. I mean, he had some incredible moments, obviously the attacking moment, but I thought he was outstanding on the day in terms of, again, just providing us sometimes just a little bit of a relief and getting us out of situations where it looked like we were going to be under pressure.
Thank you, and congratulations on your first win back home.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. We'll go next to Andy Diosta with Yahoo. Andy, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
Great, thanks.
Greg, earlier this week, Joe and I gave you a lot of high praise. Obviously, we talked about the culture change in the past few weeks coming into the season, but he kind of mentioned the fact that you're a former player and that have been through the system, that I think he sees as a reason why the culture has been changing. From your standpoint, is it something that makes you a little more comfortable, or what is it that is able for you to let these players feel a little more relaxed?
I don't know. I think it's our group's. When I say group, it's our staff and the people that are around. It's our personalities. I think it suits the way we ultimately want to play the game. I think you want guys to be happy. You want them, as they're free in their minds, to go on the field and give you everything that they have and want to fight for the culture and that they are working in every single day. But we're asking our guys to think and problem solve and do a lot of things on the field that require them to be clear in their minds. And the last thing you want them to do is be uptight, be nervous, be anxious, be anything other than relaxed and feel like they can be themselves and express what they do on the field. I don't ask them to be anybody other than themselves. And then I try to choose what the best characteristics are together on the day to get us the result. And so, I don't have a great answer why. I think it's just an environment that I, as a player, would have wanted to be in and wanted to be around and play in. And so we try to create that for these guys and help them to understand why and create collaboration between us and them. And so I'm glad that they appreciate it. I think some of these results are them fighting for the culture that they have now, and that showing their respect for that and the fans and everybody else, that they are laying it all out there every day till the final whistle.
Thanks. We have time just for one more quick one. We'll go to Josh Gessman to end.
Hey, Greg. First time back in the stadium for you with home fans, everything. Also, first time for fans back in 14 months. What'd you think of the atmosphere? And sort of did that help you guys at all?
Yeah, I was during the national anthem. I was kind of taking it all in. Just it's been a long time since I was on this side, the side that I like to be on, and taking it in, the stadium, the fans, appreciative of those that we can get in the building, looking forward to getting all of the seats filled. Ultimately we'd like to play a better soccer game in terms of showing our vision and our style and what we ultimately want to do. But the most important thing on the day is that we got through the game and we gave them a win and something to celebrate as everybody goes home for the day. And that's the same thing for me. I will celebrate that as well. You know, we're 2 games in and we have 6 points, and I don't think anyone else in the league has 6 points yet. So that for us is a good start. We have to remember what got us here, because what got us here those 2 games was really just hard work and sacrifice for one another, and some execution in key moments, and continue to grow and get better as we move forward. So I was excited just to be back in the stadium in front of fans. And as I walked out, you know, a number of fans were very kind and obviously acknowledging me as I came in and welcoming me back to LA, which was very kind as well.